Hold on. Yeah, so like I said, they wouldn't have had no business getting physical human women pregnant if they were just spirits and spooks. These Anunnaki Elohim Nesheru were physical. Both the agreeable and disagreeable were physical beings, and they intermixed with their Adama, meaning with their earthlings, after they had fashioned them through the Adama projects and discovered that they were sexually compatible with us. Yeah, the first Adama project began 17,250,000 years ago, after the planet had been seeded by the crash of the Nibiru into Maldek. Maldek was the planet next door to ours, or I should say, Maldek was right here where our planet is, and our planet was next door, right, to Maldek. But Maldek got smashed up, and the remainder of it is now in Zeta Reticuli. So what the Anunnaki did, you know what a Goldilocks zone is? If you don't know what a Goldilocks zone is, write that down and make that part of your cosmology study. So it'll be part of your study into solar systems and planets and stuff. Because whether you believe it or not, it doesn't mean you shouldn't learn it. If you want to see through the lies, you have to learn the lies too. So you have to learn everything. So write down Goldilocks zone, and the Goldilocks zone is the part closest to a sun, where if a planet's in that part, it's likely to have life, right? If you go outside of that Goldilocks zone, like it's too close to the sun, the planet's gonna be too hot for life. It's gonna burn up. If it's too far away, it's too cold for life. So where we are is called the Goldilocks zone. So we're the third rock from the sun. We're number 7 if you're counting from outside, right? If you're counting from the sun, we're number 3. So we're right in the Goldilocks zone. So what I'm saying is we wasn't in that Goldilocks zone. We were still in the Goldilocks zone, but we weren't in the perfect spot. There was Maldek here where we are, and then we was next door to Maldek. When Maldek got smashed, when the Nibiru crashed into it, yeah, the Anunnaki moved Tiamat into this where we are now to make it more even in a better place than it was in the first. You understand what I'm saying? So that's what I mean by Goldilocks zone. But still, go and do your own brief, even if it's a little 10-minute, 20-minute study on Goldilocks zone and these words that I give you, because then when we have these discussions, you'll draw so much more from the conversations. It won't just go over your head. You understand what I'm saying? And you'll be amazed at how little words and your understanding of them increases your understanding of what's being spoken about. Yeah. This planet Tiamat, Earth, was destroyed by Nibiru because the reptilians, in the form of the dinosaurs, were outgrowing the humans and unaliving all the other life, right? So, yeah. When the Nibiru crashed into Maldek, the beings on Maldek took it as an act of war and attacked Nibiru with their warriors from the Ninja fleet or Ninja fleet, yeah? Their crafts were repelled, and they're literally called that, the Ninja fleet, but with a G instead of a J. Ninja fleet. They actually look like Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, the little 4-foot frogmen and that. And they're called the Ninja fleet or Ninja fleet. Crazy. Their crafts were repelled and trapped inside Nibiru's Merkaba force field, and the planet Maldek was all but destroyed. Yet many of its inhabitants had already made the jump to the seas of Tiamat, which is the ancient Earth. They was already living here. Reptilian beings known as Maldekians, Troglodytes, Vulcans and Draco, and Maldekites, which are humanoid Maldekians like Luna the scientist, yeah, were all living on that planet Maldek. When this happened, the germs from the Nibiru, which is algae, fungi and bacteria, cross-contaminated with the planets involved, Maldek and Earth or Tiamat. When they reacted with the chemicals of the seas, yeah, these germs from Nibiru, yeah, with the seas of the Earth, and after the dust cloud had been removed on the request of Enki, yeah, and the sunlight was added, the chemical reactions of light and gases produced a new Earth complete with new species. So you got new DNA here. You got algae, fungi and bacteria from the Nibiru. So that's panspermia. That's what scientists call panspermia. Our life was seeded from outside there. And meteors and stuff, they have algae on them, fungi on them, bacteria. When they crash onto certain planets, they put the life on the planet. And then they say assisted panspermia is when intelligent aliens directly seed or help for this algae and fungi and the seeding of life to happen. So if we're talking about the Nibiru crashing into Maldek and destroying Tiamat, then you can call that assisted panspermia, because now you've got a cross-contamination. This is what kick-started. What they're telling you is evolution. Yeah, because it's new material that's come here, it's had a chain reaction. When the water reacts with the nitrogen and the hydrogen and the sunlight, bam, now you're gonna have mutations, yeah? One of them is us, or what you call the hominid, or the genus Homo, who actually crawled out of the water. So those were mermen. We lived in the water as sea people, and then we came out of the water and became bipedal. Do you understand what I'm saying? And that's why even in your first incarnation, you're a seaman or a tadpole or a sperm. Yeah. And that's why even now you get reports of, yo, there's humanoid mermaids in the sea. Some of us didn't come out the sea. It's like, hell no, are we going on the land? Nigga, we staying in here. Do you understand? And then you get other mermaids who are not human. They come from different planets, like reptilian mermaids and whatnot, right? Anyway, yeah, where was I?